Oh, y'all, I hope you are ready for a popcorn watching event. We have got tempers flaring. Everything is getting emotional. We've got outbursts, we've got clips, we've got anger. And then the little Easter egg at the end where a Democratic candidate is being arrested and charged by the DOJ for incitement at an ICE agency or at an ICE facility, which we talked about. We've got all of it for you right here. This one is going to be fun to watch for you guys. And of course, as you get in here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We are grinding towards this freedom and saving the country, handed it better to the next generation than we found it. And I'd love for you to be a part of that. And thank you guys for jumping in, especially to those 105,000 people who have joined in the last 6 weeks. We are creating something special, and thank you for being a part. All right, as you guys get in here, of course, auto test, video test, got the 5x5s. Drop those emojis in chats as we go on. This is an interactive, fun quest for freedom, and we're going to dive into the entire thing right now. Guys, this is what we've been waiting on. We've got this whole little moment where everything starts to culminate, and all the pressure and the emotion and the tension starts to boil over, and that makes for some good TV. Gonna be honest. We've got Democrats, we've got Republicans, we've got Democrat candidates getting arrested, we've got all sorts of emotions, we've got Democrats jumping ship, we have unions jumping ship. It's becoming like Lord of the Flies or a Greek trauma. I can't decide. Let's get into this. Trauma, tragedy, drama, whatever. Who cares? Let's have it. These are not meant to be perfect. These are meant to be an experience. So I hope you guys are enjoying every second of this. All right. Let's get in here, of course. Make sure you hit that share button along with everything you need to do, because we have got to talk about one of the unions openly today. Just doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on the Democrats' heads. Y'all, it's like Lord of the Flies. Like I said, watch this. Watch this. Here we go. This is a representative for one of the largest national federal unions. Watch this.
This whole fiasco need to be resolved. It need to be ended. And people need to do their job, right? And if people are doing their job, guess what? America wouldn't be hungry. Guess what? Federal employees wouldn't be standing in lines to get food. People just need to do their job.
So is your message right now to Democrats in the Senate open to reopen the government and then get back to work? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. I'm saying that the American work.
Did you catch that? I'm not sure if you guys got that, but Jake Tapper just set the question. So you're saying to Senate Democrats, get back to work, open the government. That's what you're saying? Absolutely, said National Federal Union leader. Just wanted to point that out real quick. Let's keep going.
Workforce should be at work providing the services for the American people, and in the process, they should get paid, because they're just like the rest of America. 65% of America live from paycheck to paycheck. And when these employees are providing the services for the American people, they should get paid so that they can make sure that that single mom that I've talked to over the course of the last few weeks that need to make sure that they have child care taken care of, they need medication, mortgages are due, they need gas to put in their car to go to work. So sure, I'm saying that it needs to be resolved, and it needs to be resolved now.
All right, so someone just said something in the chat, which I think is funny. I'm going to bring some attention to. Greg Jones says, never thought I'd appreciate Trapper questioning, talking about Jake Tapper. Now, I would also like to bring to your attention that this morning we included Jake Tapper, who was raking a Democrat representative over the coals around getting the Senate Democrats to open the government. Guys, it's gone from jumping ship to, why are y'all doing this? Fix it now. I mean, it's gone from a passive observing to a support, to a withdrawing support, to a direct and total attack from the left. I'm telling you guys, when you have CNN putting on union workers and union leaders, and they're saying all these sad stories, which are genuinely true and they do affect real people, and then it's asking, so you're saying Senate Dems should open the government? Jake Tapper, lead anchors on CNN. Yeah, we should definitely do that. We're going to go ahead and say, Democrats, you need to go ahead and open it. It is over. Which leads to some very interesting reactions, which is one of the things that we're about to get into, because these emotions are pouring all over the place. But before I show you the emotional reactions, let me get you into another Dem. This one is a Dem from New Jersey, and he's part of, just a little fun fact from our 2A conversations we've had in the past. This guy is part of the Common Sense Caucus. Yeah, watch this. Oh, this guy.
I mean, that doesn't solve the health insurance problem, the premium problem. I think what's a very fair deal and is open the government and let's just vote on extending these premiums for a year or more. Well, I don't understand what's so hard about that. And by the way, Senator Thune has offered that, I believe. He said we'll have he offered up a vote that we can actually have a vote on extending these premiums. I think when put to it, you're going to see Democrat and Republicans senators and congressmen and women want to vote for that. Why would you not want to vote to extend help with these tax credits, get premiums down for people? People are getting hurt right now in their pocketbooks. They're really need help. So why not give them some help?
All right.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to re-say that now because I hit the wrong button. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the chat warnings. I'll just wait for you guys to catch up and figure it out. No sound, can't hear you, audio's out. Yep, I hit the wrong button. Turn your sound back on. Keep on making fun of me, guys. It's cool. It's all good. Can't hear me. I did it. No sound. Can't. Yep, stop. I can't hear you. Read my lips. Yep, I hope it was good reading of lips. I'll just wait. You guys will catch it up. We'll wait. Hold on. No audio. So slippery. It's back. All right, guys. So, lesson to me. Make sure I hit the button correctly. You guys got here and everything. You listened. I didn't. Hit the wrong button, and that was about 25 seconds of me talking in silence. That was great. I'm going to go ahead and readjust myself and do that segment again. Let's continue. Let me see where we picked off. So we were here. Ah, yes. Let's have this conversation. Bill from Washington Gun Law says he bets it sounded really good. I'm going to be honest with you. It did sound really good. I'm going to try my best to recreate it. Here we go. This guy's on the Democrats. He's on Team Blue. He does a little thing called the Problem Solvers Caucus. That's his whole thing. And by the way, thank you guys very much for letting me know I was being an idiot. His whole thing is Problem Solvers Caucus. He just did two things that were really important. Make sure they're still on. Good. He just came out against the Democrats and said, hey, Dems, why wouldn't we open the government up? That doesn't make any sense why we have it closed. It's probably time to open it up. That's against Dems. Then he goes one step further, and he goes on the other side and says, and I'm pretty sure that the Republican Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, put forward bills to put that out there to fund the government, so why wouldn't we do it? Dissension in the ranks much? So guys, the whole point here, and what I'm trying to deliver is, you're seeing an active movement from Jake Tapper, from CNN, from the media, to go, oh, this is happening, then to supporting it, then to withdrawing support for it, which all those articles and all these videos and all these things I'm trying to document for you guys, and then they go on the offensive. So tell me, you're saying Senate Democrats should open the government? What? See, I told you it was pretty decent. Yeah, that was like 85% of the original, but you know what? I own that. That's my bad, guys. Thank you so much for telling me. We hear you. Yeah. See, everyone, I can tell who's behind the scenes a little bit because everyone says I'm still getting no sound. But don't worry, we're back. We're back. We're going to keep on getting in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, even if you like the occasional, no sound videos. Anyway, let's keep on going. Watch this. This is glorious. All right, so I mentioned earlier in a video that John Thune and the Republicans are handling it pretty well on the optics and the PR side, like legitimately pretty well. You guys are ripping me apart for the silence film, and it's amazing. I love every second of it. Now, I'm going to show you something from John Thune. Don't worry, this part, I'm supposed to be silent. So I'm going to do my thing. You guys do yours. Watch this.
And we've tried to do that 13 times. And you voted no 13 times. This isn't a political game. These are real people's lives that we're talking about. And you all have just figured out 29 days in that, there might be some consequences. There are people who run out of money. Yeah, we're 29 days in. And they've done their best to make sure that a lot of these programs are funded. But at some point, the government runs out of money. 13 times, people over here voted to fund SNAP. 13 times they voted to fund WIC. My aching back. Finally realized this thing has consequences. Well, you know what? what Democrats are doing here. They're making plans to keep the shutdown going.
All right, so you see that? I hit the button and then it worked and you can hear me again because I've got a little audio feed over here, which I could usually just check. You know, whatever, it happens. All right, so here's the thing. The Republicans are starting to go on the offense because they smell blood in the water. That's what you just saw with John Thune. And I've got even more on the other side of this, which is just going to, it just gets it so much better. And don't forget that Easter egg at the end where I'm going to show you Democrats getting arrested and then charged by the DOJ. Because that's delicious. All right, so here's the thing. John Thune is now going on the offensive, and he's starting to basically come out and be like, y'all did this. Don't know why y'all did this. Y'all are just now realizing there's consequences about you not funding the government, and the government can't do things, so now they're going to lose all their benefits, and you're upset they're going to lose the benefits because you did this thing. It's not hard. There's a reason that the media is turning against them. There's a reason that the fellow Democrats are turning against them in swing states. All of these things are happening. It is a slow de-evolution by the Senate leader and the House minority leader. And that's what you're seeing. And as you guys get in here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Emojis, chats, all the things. Someone said, it's good to know that I'm human. Yeah, I'm very human. Producer myself, star of the show, behind the camera, in front of the camera, hitting the buttons, messing things up. Makes for a overall human experience. So I hope you guys are enjoying every bit of it. All right, let's keep on going. This human is bound and determined not to make another mistake. All right, so here we go. This one is a follow-up. And again, we're getting to the angry part. We're in the build-up phase. So John Thune, you just saw him say, like, hey, Dems, if you don't want the pain, don't cause the pain. And then you get this, where he starts bringing receipts and just goes on the offense, which is something similar to what we've done on this channel. This is about a minute 42 clip. I want to show you what he's doing on the well of the Senate with all the words of the actual Democrats that we've been covering. Watch this.
What's been said by some of the Democrat leadership here just in the last few days since the government actually shut down. That, of course, is the Democrat leader, Senator Schumer, who said every day gets better for us, commenting about the government shutdown. And my simple observation is, better for who? For you? Because you think you're winning politically? What about the air traffic controllers? What about the TSA agents? What about the American troops? What about our Border Patrol agents? What about the people who work in this building? What about the 40 million Americans that are going to not get SNAP benefits starting on Saturday if the government doesn't open up? But every day gets better, according to Senator Schumer. And then, of course, this last week, there was the House Democrat whip who said, of course, there will be families that are going to suffer, but it is one of the few leverage times we have.
All right, audio is on. Good. Here's the thing, and this is what I love to see. I've told you through multiple things. Okay, we're going to hit another button. Prepare. We're going to, come here. Okay, audio, video, amazing. I can do it. So here's what I've been telling you and what we've been talking about for the past week to week and a half. The left has come out and sent all their Democrat talking heads in an effort to gin up PR spin to make this about Republicans, to get them what they want and have a win against the Republicans, right? The only problem is they're sending out their dumbest and their dimmest, and they're saying very, very callous and stupid things. We're going to go through a few more of these things, but I'm not going to go down the list real quick because Thune is going to do that. But when we're talking about the actual perception and the callousness and the sociopathy that we are talking about here, or sociopathy, so whatever, it doesn't matter. The craziness, the psychopathy that you're witnessing, you're literally watching these people start to try to get big talking points, and the media is going, you sound like a bit of a psycho. They've all been doing talking points about leverage. They've all made talking points of, I just don't care. They're taking the, I'm going to be a tough guy because Democrats are perceived as weak to the extreme, and they're overshooting it and becoming, oh, wow, Democrats are assholes. That's what it's looking like. And again, it's not rank and file every single individual Democrat in the United States as citizens. It's the people who are leading this thing that are on these talking points and who are on these quotes. Because the Republicans, there aren't any talking points or quotes from Republicans saying how let everything go and they're using leverage and it's all we have. There's multiple senators and House reps all doing the same thing. And it looks awful. Let's keep on going.
Of course, there are families that are going to suffer. Yeah, true. But doesn't matter because we got leverage. Then, of course, we have a third one here, one of our colleagues here in the Senate, the senator from Delaware, who said this in an interview: frankly, this is our only moment of leverage, and although a very unpleasant tool to use. Yeah, it's unpleasant. It's unpleasant unless you're a Democrat who thinks that this gives you a moment of leverage.
All right, audio is back. Again, this is all about their leverage for their power. It's like that it's like that Shrek cartoon where the King Farquaad gets up there and he says, "Many of you will die, but that's a chance that I'm willing to take." It's a big joke. They understand that this is unpleasant leverage. That's what Chris Coons actually said on TV today. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage, and although a very unpleasant tool to use, they're using a tool, and they're cutting off funding for military. They're cutting off funding for everything in the government because they want power and they want a win over Donald Trump and the administration because their base is demanding one, even though they're going to cut off their nose to spite their face. It really is remarkable. I've been telling you from the very beginning of this thing that they've been over the barrel, so to speak, and it's only getting worse. I mean, at this point, we are now in the reinforcement of over the barrel stage. In fact, this is the start of the freak out. Watch Chuck Schumer here. He loses his mind right now and starts screaming and ranting like an old man who can't grill a cheeseburger. If you know, you know. Let's get it. Take it away, Chucky.
Irrespective of the dispute on whether USDA contingency funds
It is not, wait a minute, excuse me. It is not a dispute. It is fact they can use it, and the Republicans say it.
Okay, but there's, only 5 or 6 billion, and it's not cost $8 billion monthly just to administer. I mean, if anything, it would only last.
It does not cost 5 or 6 billion to administer. There's enough money to start feeding people right away. 6 billion's a lot of money, and they're using it for other things. 20 billion for Argentina, hundreds of millions for Kristi Noem's plane. Who are we kidding here? Yes.
What happens once it runs out? If it only lasts 2-3 weeks, do Democrats fold then?
The bottom line is they can fund it just as in 2019, just as in other shutdowns, for a long period of time.
And they also...
All right, before we go to Amy Klobuchar, and by the way, that was the same button that just kept my mic on that time. So more proof. It's the damn button. Anyway, I'll fix that. But that's why you got the echo, because the speaker and then, whatever, it's all right. Listen, Chuck Schumer is now slamming lecterns. They are so over their skis that they're getting angry, they're losing composure, they're slamming lecterns, they're just getting real angry about the fact that Republicans are being big meanie pantses because everyone sees the writing on the wall. It's the Dems. And that's why you're seeing them lose their mind. Amy Klobuchar is about to come in and be Amy Klobuchar. And then it's going back to Schumer, and wait till you see what Schumer comes back on the other side. It's basically like Ma Kettle gets in here and calms down Pa Kettle because Pa Kettle was about to say something stupid. Then Ma Kettle moves out of the way and Pa Kettle comes back. Yeah, get ready for the kettles.
If the contingency fund, which is $6 billion, which gets you nearly a month, 3 weeks, runs out, then they can pass Senator Lujan or Senator Hawley's bill, both of which we support. We know that there'll be 60 votes for that. Why aren't they calling it up? They're not calling it up because the House isn't here to pass it. That's the way it works. The House would have to come here. They probably would have to vote on the Epstein files, but they're choosing to let kids go hungry instead of having to vote on the Epstein files. There's no doubt about it. They have been out for 6 weeks on vacation.
Just think, if they have all this money for Argentina and all this money for other things, they have enough money to keep funding SNAP. And they know it. And I just want to say what Lujan said. Johnson just lies. He lies.
All right, Pa Kettle, hold on a second. By the way, you guys are ripping me a new one for not hitting the right button or the button failing or blaming the button. I'm here for it. I totally deserve it. It's okay. We're going to move forward together, guys. But that's what it is. It's the humanity element of the show that's showing through. That's what it is. So relatable, so realistic. All right, so now Pa Kettle comes back. Now the Republicans are just lying. That's it. I'm angry. I'm going to smash my hand on the lectern. Ma Kettle got in here, thought I'd calm down, but I went over here to get my grandpa's cough medicine, and now I'm back, and I'm even crankier. I mean, guys, this is Oh, it looks bad. Oh, it looks bad. Let's keep on going. I gotta give them their due, and we're not even to the point where we get to watch Democrats get indicted for, ICE shenanigans. Oh, this is gonna be a great show in the end.
Lied about on immigration, on the undocumented. He's lying about this. He just outright lies, plain and simple. It is not illegal, and his own president has done it. Yes.
Are talks ticking up as Boone indicated? Is there any conversation, any negotiation whatsoever happening behind the scenes? And if so, can you enlighten us on
Yeah, there are occasional talks between Democrats and Republicans on this issue, but our Republican colleagues don't seem to be offering anything different than what their leadership has had so far. We hope that will change. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Understanding what you're saying about Republicans' options here for SNAP and the contingency fund, are you saying Democrats have no responsibility for the fact that
We are saying the Republicans can fund it now, and they're using these people as hostages. Plain and simple. Next. That's the
Next. Don't worry, I've isolated that out for you guys too. You guys are raking me over the coals in the comments, and it's hilarious. All right. Here we go. This is that little segment that he was talking real fast on. This is broken down for us nicely by Greg Price. Watch this. This is the 17 seconds. This is more of the same clips. It's only a matter of time before this circulates.
Are you saying Democrats have no responsibility for the fact that
We are saying the Republicans can fund it now, and they're using these people as hostages. Plain and simple. Next. That's the answer. The answer is they can fund it right now. Okay?
The ultimate irony. Come here. We're going to have a conversation. Audio's good. Everything's happy. We're all happy. Listen. The ultimate irony of this, I just want to walk you through before we go into the next phase of this video, of this live. The ultimate irony of this, look at the goalpost. Okay? Look at everything that has been happening over the last 6 weeks. Originally, it was threatening to shut down the government. Then the Democrats did shut down the government. They were threatening they were going to do it the whole time. And then when they did it, they go, oh my God, the Republicans are shutting down the government. Well, then after about 2.5 weeks, that kind of evaporated because they all look like buffoons, and everyone with eyes knows that the party that doesn't give the votes is the one that didn't shut it down, that shut it down. Everyone knows, and then the goalposts change it to, well, yes, we are shutting it down, but we're doing it for the health care of everybody. So it went from, no, we're not doing it, to now we're doing it, but because, straight up, 1934's Germany Kristallnacht. You can look up if you'd like that one. I didn't want to have to do that to all those people, but I love my country so much I did it. I mean, literally, it's given straight up 1930s vibes. But anyway, now we're at this point where the consistent PR drip that has not been working is now failing. They're starting to lash out emotionally. They're starting to break ranks. They're starting to say psychopathic things. They're going down the road of failure. It's just a matter of time until they capitulate. Let's keep on going. We're going to have some more fun with this next one. Get out of here, you. All right. Chuck Schumer. That's enough. That's enough of that. But now let me show you the CNBC, that same thing. Watch what they do. Guys, I'm telling you, these clips are going to continue to happen and happen and happen and happen. And you know who they're not happening to? The Republicans. All these negative clips are coming out, making the Democrats look real bad with their own words. It's not happening on the Republican side. Watch. I'm telling you, this is how these things are crafted and negotiated. 46 seconds of CNBC smoking the Democrats too.
Are you ready to vote with the Republicans to reopen the government at this point as a reasonable Democrat? Maybe others would follow you.
You know, I'm not there yet because we have had literally, Joe, no discussion whatsoever about how we're going to deal with these spikes in premiums.
This is the right way to do it, Senator? By people not getting paychecks at the TSA? This is extortion. You think this is the right way to do it? In your conscience, you think it's the right way to do it? I never thought I'd say that.
All right. In your conscience, this is extortion, and you think this is the right way to do it. And I want to bring your attention to something else. He just said it. Chuck Schumer just said it. You have to pay attention to the words that they use. Again, on the goalpost shifting. Prior, it was, we'll do it when they give in to our demands. Now it's, Republicans aren't even talking to us, so I'm not there yet. The goalpost is consistently shifting, and the ones that are shifting are the Democrats. It started at, the Republicans shut down the government, and now it's at, we're not there yet because they won't even talk to us. Who has the power in that situation? In any type of negotiation, the people who have the power are the ones who are deciding when and where they talk. I mean, that is like business 101. And that's what I'm trying to draw your attention to. We have been documenting a slow slide of effectively perception defeat over the last 6 weeks on the Democrat side. You haven't seen the same slide on the Republicans. You've seen it on the Democrats. They are consistently moving the goalpost. It is only a matter of time until they meet and make a deal that gives them an off-ramp, and then this whole thing closes. The Democrats claim victory. The Republicans claim victory. And they both walk around and say they both won. I mean, literally, that's the way that this always works. However, this time, the Trump factor has a little bit different thing going on here because he can just go, screw them, I want to win, leave nothing, straight up. Leonidas at 300, give them nothing, take from them everything. I mean, honest to God, the dude is, he's not playing. All right, now to the Easter egg, because this is what I told you guys was coming at the very end. We have got to wrap this up with a Democrat candidate who does exactly what all Democrat candidates do. Amazing policy, you ask? Nope. Amazing communication skills and leadership skills? Nope. Just go to a protest and get arrested. Yep. Checks out. All right, so we covered this when the ICE riots were happening in Chicago around the Broadview, Illinois ICE facility. This woman right here in the blonde, because everybody, guys, when you're going to protest and you got your cute little pigtails on, your little French braids, and you're ready to go and save some people and do the right thing for your country, that you get your friend out there to film you the whole time, right? Because that's what we do. That's what I do. I mean, obviously, when I'm going fishing, I want to make sure that I have my buddy filming me the entire time because you never know when I might have to make a political stance to use for my political campaign, right? I mean, yeah. All right, this is the catalyst. Watch this. Because she's paying the piper. Now it's a victimhood status. This is fantastic. All right, so I'm sure you guys remember that oldie but goodie. Well, that woman is running for Illinois candidacy. Well, it turns out that the congressional candidate, Kat Abou-Ghazala, has been federally indicted. Uh-oh! The old FAFO came out again. Now, remember, everything that I just showed you was 100% footage of her, provided by her, right? So it's video evidence of her breaking the law. Always smart. And then, of course, there's the there's the actual charges. But I want to get you to her statement because this, guys, she is such a warrior and fighter, and she is so amazing, and she's so brave that now you have to support her for her candidacy to U.S. Congress. Oh, goodness, let's hear. I want to walk through how she's being victimized. You just saw the video clip, right? Okay.
My name is Kat Abou-Ghazala. Department of Justice is people, including myself, with federal crimes for exercising our First Amendment rights near ICE's Broadview Processing Center. This is a political prosecution and a gross attempt to silence dissent, a right protected under the First Amendment. This case is a major push by the Trump administration to criminalize protest and punish anyone who speaks out against them. That's why I'm going to fight these unjust charges, but I need your help to do it. As I and others have exercised our First Amendment rights, ICE has hit, dragged, thrown, shot with pepper balls, and tear gassed hundreds of protesters. Simply because we had the gall to say that masked men coming into our communities, abducting our neighbors, and terrorizing us cannot be our new normal. And because Chicago doesn't back down from bullies in masks who tear gas our neighborhoods, this administration has resorted to weaponizing the federal justice system to scare us into silence.
All right, guys. So that's what that was. That was the weaponization of the Federal Department of Justice. That right there. She goes out and you saw her doing the whole standing in front of a car thing and, all that. And that's the weaponization of the federal government and suppressing free speech when you're out there blocking roads in an ICE protest and basically going after ICE vehicles and standing in front of them while they are actively moving. And that right there is a weaponization of the DOJ and a weaponization of everything administrative, and it's the, of course, the abuse of her First Amendment rights. She can protest all she wants on a sidewalk. You can't obstruct traffic. You can't be assaulting or threatening ICE officers. There are certain rules to what you can and can't do. But don't worry, the Krasenstein bros are out there pitching this. Guys, this is wild. You're not living in the Twilight Zone. You're just living in good old normal everyday fashioned America, where lefties think that their way to political power is by being an activist and an agitator. They're gonna lose. We're gonna win, and that's what I've got for you guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap this live. I'm going to take the sound button to the woodshed, show it a thing or three about manners and responsibility, and then we'll come back tomorrow and we're going to have an amazing day. But I think each and every one of you are hanging with me, even through the humanity fails, the sound audio issues of which he is going to be so sorry, that sound button. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.